Hey Sagittarius, what is going on? I'm Matthew Oliver, and this is your general reading for the month of February. So, astrologically speaking, Sagittarius, February is a very benevolent month. All that Aquarius energy that we have, the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury starting the 11th of February, makes sextile-based aspects to any of your Sagittarius placement, which is great. It could give you more focus, more discernment, that stronger independent nature where you literally don't care what anyone thinks. You're going to do what you want to do. This is great. Check. Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Aries all month long until mid-May. So Aries is a fellow fire sign. That's really going to amplify your joy, your passion, opportunities. And then Venus moves into Aries on the 20th of February. So we're going to have, at the end of the month, both benefics in Aries, a fellow fire sign. So this could kind of be like when it rains, it pours, everything coming in, where you just get to choose the best of the best. The one thing I want to warn or caution you about is that Mars is still in the sign of Gemini, which opposes your Sagittarius placement. So do not allow yourself to be burnt out or feel like you're burning the candle on both ends. You might be invited to a lot of parties or a lot of functions or have a lot of work that you feel really inspired and want to do. But if you're just going and going and going and going and going, that Mars opposition can lead to burnout, an injury, your mind just kind of going crazy or feeling like you just have to do it all. So if you can ground yourself, you're going to be unstoppable this month, essentially. And we had that full moon in Leo on February 5th at the top of the month as well. So there would likely be a situation with that full moon where like, this is exactly how I want to be seen or how I want to be loved or the change that I'm going to put forth to receive more power. Whatever that was at the top of the month, it'll probably inform you of what direction you want to go into, which is just going to be blessing on blessing on blessing as you continue along that journey. All right. So let's see what the tarot has to say for Sagittarius. Good. Oh, this is nice. It's literally an energy. You know, in Squid Games, when there was that giant piggy bank in the air just filled with money, that's what I'm seeing. It's like literally all that money is right there. It's like you could basically touch it. So if you're waiting for a massive opportunity or a big contract or just something where it's like, finally, all my hard work is going to pay off. It could also be like grandiose love or calling in a lover that has a lot of money. It can manifest in a couple different ways, but it's like you're so close. It's like that energy is literally within eyesight, or you just know that it's coming. Like this strong energy is pulling you forward. And for me, it's also like keep your eye on the prize. Like don't lose sight of what you're working and fighting so hard for, while also being cognizant of that burnout factor. Like you don't have to go so hard. You can feel it, you can see it, you can sense it. So allow the universe to also meet you halfway so you don't feel like you have to just consistently work so hard to get that. Like we don't have to literally partake in Squid Games here. It's just the energy of it being very close to us right now. And I keep seeing cinnamon as well, like cinnamon sticks, which are very like prosperous and auspicious in terms of like witchcraft and spells, but maybe you want to just like add a little bit of cinnamon to your coffee or to your baked goods or whatever that is, of just being like, yeah, there's all this like rich, prosperous energy within my grasp. And most people, I feel like the smell of cinnamon. So it's like this like decadence, opulence, wealth that is just surrounding you. And it's good for your heart. Like there's so many good things to be said about cinnamon. Or just again, something sweet that you're going to be enjoying very soon, which would make sense with that Venus in Aries transit near the end of the month. And also cinnamon can have like a spicy element too, right? It's like sweet and spicy, usually more sweet, but there could be an energy too where it's like you get to enjoy both, like success at work and success in love. Like it all just comes together beautifully. So the first three cards that I have here, Sagittarius, we have the Two of Pentacles with the Judgment card and the Two of Swords. So it might be that you're quite literally having to decide between two lovers, two jobs, two contracts, two paths, two cities, something where it's like there's two things before you. It's kind of like Tyra Banks. Two beautiful models stand before me. I only have one photo in my hand. You might also feel like you might be someone kind of like second option as well, or like being on standby for either a lover or a contract. And you're like, I just want to know the answer. And I want you to think back if there was another situation in your past where this presented itself, where you maybe felt like you were in limbo or that you had a major decision to make, because there might be a fear of, what if I make the wrong decision? And with the Judgment card, it's usually an energy that you faced before. Or for those of you that know about the Akashic records and past timelines, it could have also been a situation from another timeline where it's like, are you not going to make the decision out of fear? Or are you going to trust that investing that money or investing that time or being confident in your decision is actually going to lead to a positive outcome? It just seems like with the Judgment card here, that there's one final test or obstacle or decision that needs to be made for everything to fall into place. And the only kind of warning or negative aspect of the Two of Swords is like you not making a decision is going to hold you back. And that decision doesn't have to be external. It could just be internal. It's like, I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready to be admired. I'm ready to know my worth. And you affirming that internally and then literally that coming through. And for some, maybe an investment needs to happen or just spending money to put yourself in a situation where you feel worthy or seen or loved. And don't be afraid to do that, or like spending the time to go into these beautiful, expansive spaces, or to meet a lover somewhere, to put yourself in a very favorable position with a network or an opportunity or like a publicist or someone that can take you higher. Don't be afraid to put yourself in a situation where maybe in the past you wouldn't have a bet on yourself or believed in yourself, but now you fully are and you're ready for all the blessings to rain down upon you. All right. I also see this energy of like a ballroom, kind of like Beauty and the Beast, where everyone's dancing in harmony and they're having fun. Like at the end of the movie of Beauty and the Beast, when the Beast turns into a prince and Belle is there and they're all just living their best life. There's this energy of like dancing and celebration, pomp and circumstance, a giant party. But it's kind of like getting you ready for this massive celebration, or everyone's celebrating you. So it's almost like if you know that this dream or this desire is about to come true, celebrate now as if it's already yours, or even just the aspect of going dancing, going to the club, or just enjoying yourself, moving your body, feeling that passionate, sensual energy. I think that will aid in the manifestations. Also, like that desire, that connection, that passion, dance, movement would be very lovely to connect in with that part of yourself, right? That sacral chakra, creativity, life force, energy. All right, we have to say goodbye to certain lovers or certain people that are not aligned or that are not good for us. We have that Three of Swords with the Seven of Swords, and then we have the King of Pentacles. So here's the thing. On paper, this lover or this even opportunity might seem good on paper. Everyone's like, what? Like, you should go for that lover. You should go for that opportunity. You're like, that's not what I want. Or maybe you self-sabotage yourself in the past of like pursuing a lover or pursuing an opportunity, but you're like, that's not in alignment. I know that holding out for that person or holding out for that thing isn't actually what I want anymore. I know that something big is about to come through. I'm not going to leave myself open to a situation or a person or a belief that's no longer in alignment. This can also be like self-sabotaging behavior on your part by not going all in or not believing that you can have it all, by kind of like holding back or not putting all your chips forward. I'm not saying you have to make some grandiose decision, but I think that there might be a certain lover or a belief around love that is holding you back from really going all the way. So I want you to sit with that Sagittarius. And that can also be that Mars in Gemini energy of like your thoughts maybe holding you back, or a fear or a doubt from the past, which would make sense here, where it's like, well, I thought that I went all in before, that I would really put myself first, and that backfired on me, so now I'm scared of doing it again. But you've learned so much, whether that was from childhood, from when you were a young adult, whenever that timeline was. I'm sure you've gained the wisdom and the knowledge and everything working out. So you don't have to be afraid of making the wrong decision because you're so much smarter. You have the tools. And if you've been doing the work, then those new beliefs, those new thoughts are likely planted. But holding out for someone who's not good for you, that isn't aligned with your goals and beliefs, is probably going to delay the energy. And that could also just be like certain friends who don't share the same beliefs or the ethics, or it's a contract where it's like, I don't actually believe in this, or I don't want to lower my standards just because it's throwing a lot of money at me. I know that I can uphold my worth and receive everything that I've ever wanted. And it's curious, Sagittarius, the bottom card here is the Nine of Cups, which speaks to the fact of like, you can have it all. Your dreams, like I said, that giant piggy bank is right there. You don't have to like go through these obstacle courses or try and appease other people. It's literally right there. Your entire dreams are just within an arm's length. You just have to get clear and make the right decisions and not be afraid that by saying no to certain people or certain things, that means it's not going to happen. It's like I'm releasing unaligned energy to then welcome in this new chapter, this new wealth, this new opportunity. All right. So that is our general reading for the month of February. If you want to go into these themes more in depth with a one-on-one reading, all my availability is up to date on my website at www.stillwateralchemy.com. If this reading resonated, please feel free to share with a fellow Sagittarius who could benefit from the messages. And if you are curious about learning more about the astrology side of things, Farah Sadiq and I are launching our astrology course on April 8th. So I'll post the link in the description of this video if you're curious about learning more. And have a beautiful rest of your month, Sagittarius. And I shall talk to you soon. Bye.